All right, hello geometry. For this last week, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a project that has to deal with transformations. So if you click on here, again, you've got your directions right here. So I'll give you a brief overview. So you're basically designing some type of floor plan. You're going to use 5 different polygons, and you have to use at least 12 transformations. So again, your floor, again, 5 different polygons, at least 12. I'll show you an example of what I did. You can do this on a piece of paper. Make sure you use a ruler if you do that. Or you can use Notability as well. I use Notability. So 25 points is going to be your floor plan, again, how well it's constructed. The other 25 is going to be kind of like your explanation to it, thinking about how you put it together, so on and so forth. What are your data points? So you'll find all that stuff on the worksheet. So this is what you'll fill out. Again, your shapes right here. And then after you do your rotations, reflections, and translations, and then you'll give me a short summary of this at the end. Here's your rubric. So again, before you get started, make sure you check off these boxes to make sure that you have everything that you need. And if you do need to print off some paper or blank paper, you can use this to help you. Now, I want to show you my example. So again, this is what it might look like. Now, I don't want you to copy everything from me. So again, I chose to do the floor plan of a museum. I've got my color code right here. My black color is my original. So here are my shapes: square, parallelogram, trapezoid, triangle, and rectangle. And then I'm actually going to use Notability to look it up. So here we go. So I've got this right here. I decided to, hey, all right, my original coordinates for my rotation is right here. Let me show you my floor plan first. So this is what my floor plan kind of looked like. You can see my black shapes are my original shapes. The green ones are rotations. The red ones are reflections. And the blue is a translation. So what I did is I chose to kind of draw it out. I drew my original shapes first, kind of spaced them out, tried to play around with where my rotations and my reflections would work. And then I recorded it as I was creating it and drawing it, which I did right here. So again, you can see now in my reflection, again, what I ended up doing is I took one that I translated and then I reflected it. That's the blue one. I took one that I rotated on my trapezoid and then I reflected it. So that's why I chose to write those in a few different colors. Make sure you have your line of symmetry. Remember, if your line is vertical, it's X equals. If your line is horizontal, it is Y equals. There's my new coordinates. My translations are right here. And then I just summarized it at the end. Again, what I said is, hey, I've got something that is potentially overlapping right here. So I called that the basement. Again, this is my museum. The spaces in between are used for like hallways and walking from exhibit to exhibit. So that was a real quick, brief overview. Again, everything, I'll post this video on Schoology, and everything that you'll need you can find either under the directions, the worksheet, or the rubric. Good luck.